As we are living here, we have no good water, drinkable water to take.
Tá a bá ti fà á lọ́mù lọ, a máa mú dà. Tó sì mi ta fẹ́ mu, so na máa mú. Bá dẹ̀ má lọ́mù, a fi lọ débi kó lè ṣe mu.
The people of Baba Pupa village in Odeda local government area of Ogun State have told us or heard about some of their challenges, one of which is the lack of potable water in this village. This happens to be the major source of water supply in this village. We have learned that some of or most of them, virtually all of them, come here to fetch this water, which they sometimes drink and sometimes use to cook and do other domestic chores or activities in the village. My name is Damilaro Kola and you're watching Legit TV. I've paid a visit to this village to find out some other challenges that they have. In here, we have seen quite a number of their children walking into this pond here to fetch water. They do this on a regular basis and they say they are not satisfied with this kind of development in their area. So we want to see if we can have government intervene in these challenges that they have in this village. Big shout out to Emmanuel Sodi, the man behind the camera, for coming through with this piece. On entering the village, we asked to see the Baale, and when we got to his house, he wasted no time in explaining their plight to us.
I thank you for coming here to receive some challenges that is happening in our village here. So because as we are living here, we have no good water, drinkable water to take. So they promise, they always, especially those politicians, they will come to me and ask from that, what do we need? So I will tell them that we need pure water, drinkable one, because worrying that we are suffering in this area is too much. So if let's say you reach our river that we are drinking, you will pity for us that, are you drinking this water? So that's how we are managed, but we have problem of water, road, the same thing. We are doing farmer here, we are planting maize, cassava, yam, but there's no vehicle to carry it to the market to sell when the road is not good.
We had to pay a quick visit to the pond to see firsthand how the children hustle for water. Apart from water scarcity, residents of Baba Pupa village are not used to power supply of any sort, even though they've had electric poles erected for over 10 years.
As you are coming, you will see the electric pole that they have made for us since about 15 years ago. No wire on it.
15 years, electric poles have been there. No
wire at all. They just pull the pole there. Both of our boys and girls that they are passing in the school, they just, once they know that there's no enjoyment in the area, they will just travel out, either to go to Abeokuta or to Ibadan to live. So that's the problem that we have in this area.
How about the secondary school? We learned that the secondary school is somewhere in the bush.
The same thing, the secondary school. We have much problem on it because they have given us secondary school here before and they have eradicated it. That was about above 20 years ago. No. So, but we are suffering, all of our boys and girls that they are passing out in primary school, either they will go to Olodo or Alagbagba grammar school. So by 10 o'clock another day, they will still be outside on the road. They can't get Ogala to reach Olodo. There's no motor to pick them to the school in time. So they will just, when they reach school, the time the nearest person in the school, they are doing their daily training from there before they reach Olodo. So, and the same to Alagbagba, the same thing. So that's the problem. If the government can help us to reverse that grammar school or to give us to the building is there. The building is there. We are suffering. Our boys and girls in the school, they are so suffered too much to reach school for their education.
Okay. There's the water you talked about. Have you had health challenges arising from the intake of this water? Like when people took the water, have you had cases of people having health challenges?
So to telling the real fact, if somebody is drinking the water that is not good, the affection will be in the body. It will be in the body. Not to, if we drink water today, we can't die today. But the problem will be in the body little by little before we get out that there is problem for them in this area.
Have you had issues with diarrhea, cholera outbreak around typhoid around this place frequently?
Before. That's why I said that we thank God. Before, there is the problem like cholera, like diarrhea, and so on and so forth. But nowadays, we need water. We shall buy pure water in the market, or if the motor come to sell it, we shall buy it. But later, we have problem in the area.
Even the public health care center in the village, which was commissioned about 24 years ago, has now been abandoned by the people. The place is now a shadow of its old self.
The health center is not functioning by this time at all. That one they have done that maternity for us don't pass 20 years ago. But there's no worker there, there's no nurse. Till this moment, they tell me to take care for that building because the roofing is not good, and down there in the floor of the maternity is not good, and they told me to call our community to do it, and we have tried a lot, but still yet, what are we going to spend in the village or in the farm?
Are you saying that since they commissioned that public health center, it has not functioned for once?
The maternity is functioned before when the nurse is here, because if somebody is, they take him to that place. But about 10 years ago now, there's no nurse there.
Over 10 years?
It's over 10 years. No enjoyment on that maternity at all. If somebody want to labor or to born child, which I transfer her to Olodo.
What's the distance between the place and that?
From here to Olodo is about, let's say, 5 miles or 6. But we can stay at the road there for 3 hours without getting Okada or a motor to pick him or pick her. That's the problem that you have. That's why we are struggling to have standard maternity. If our wife want to born child, we will go there. If somebody is ill, we shall take him there to treat him, and so that's why we are.
Okay, in the last 10 years, have you had issues of people dying as a result of not getting adequate medical care, like prompt medical care, because of the maternity center that's not?
We thank God for that one, that nobody died there before because as early as possible, we know that this pregnant is going to born. We shall either take either Okada or to find motor to help us to carry her out to Olodo.
One of the prominent youths in the community also expressed serious disappointment with politicians who have frequently visited the village to canvass for votes during elections.
I can remember very, very well. Since I was very young, maybe primary school then, way back maybe 90, 96, 97, 99, we have some of these posts that you are seeing has been erected. And ever since, there's no light on it. So if you have a village that is supplying the town food and they're living in this condition with the dirty water that some of them drink, how would they live an healthy life? Understand? And there's no politician that comes around here that wants to get something in Ogun State, basically, that will not come to this zone, like Baba Ward, especially Baba Pupa village, which is like the headquarter of the zone. They always come around. So if the same village is suffering this, what is the hope of the masses? What's the hope of the villagers?